Hey everyone, it's Katrina from the Alluring Bead Boutique. Wow, just great to be able to do a little quick video and talk to y'all just for a few minutes. It's been a crazy start to this year. So in January, I started my own website and been spending a lot of time learning how to build the website and, upload patterns and create patterns and that sort of thing. February was pretty rough. Lost my son-in-law to suicide. That's the father of my only little grandson, Jack, and it was just really a shock, and no one was prepared. No one had any idea that the situation was, that dire for Michael. There's a GoFundMe page to try to raise a little bit of money for my daughter and my grandson to, start their life anew. He didn't have life insurance or anything like that. And so we got back from there and thought I was doing pretty good. I was really getting a roll on my Skillshare channel. I have a channel on Skillshare. Got a lot of cool classes up there. I'll post some links down below to these GoFundMes. I'll post you my referral link for Skillshare. You can get a free month's premium subscription there and jump on there and see if what kind of classes you might like. You can take all my classes once you sign up for the free month. You can roll through the classes I have online and thousands of other interesting and wonderful classes there. I do have a new class published there, which is a start of a little series I'm going to do on Skillshare called Back Office Basics. And my first class is just basic introduction to setting up your very own spreadsheet in Excel for tracking your inventory and keeping up with what your particular materials are costing you. If you're interested in that, feel free to sign up for the free month and check that class out. I did want to talk to you. I'm getting ready to have a class on Skillshare for these beautiful little component earrings that I came up with. And I apologize that they're out late. And this was what I was getting ready to tell you guys. I had plans to have these out at the end of March for Easter because they remind me, and I've styled them after Fabergé eggs. And I really love this little earring and component. But the last day of March, my son went into the emergency room complaining with, some numbness in his right leg. And next thing you know, he was helicoptered down to Duke University Hospital. For you guys that know about Duke, it's like one of the best hospitals in the United States for anything. But as it turned out, my son had an infection in his heart. And on top of that, he had a birth defect on his aortic valve that we were never aware of in his 24 years of life. No one has ever detected that particular defect, and he was throwing blood clots out through his whole body. Luckily, none of them went to his brain or, anything and killed him, which they were potentially saying could happen at any minute. When he first went to the emergency room here where we live, they were telling us that, it was like no way around getting part of his leg, possibly his whole leg amputated from the clots. The clots to his spleen. However, the good Lord has really blessed us this time around because once they got him to Duke, they rushed him into surgery. They had to do open heart surgery and replace his valve with an artificial valve. And then they went in and did a lot of surgery on his leg to remove the 3 or 4 blood clots that had gotten thrown to his leg. He was on blood thinners for one kind of blood thinner for over a week to hopefully dissolve all of that clot that had gotten into his spleen. Of course, now he'll have to be on the warfarin or Coumadin. It's the same thing, actually, but it's a real serious blood thinner that he'll have to take for the rest of his life to keep blood clots from forming on his artificial heart valve now. And there is a GoFundMe page for my son. God bless him. Has seizures. He's been in a car accident. Really wasn't able to get anywhere with getting any temporary disability to take care of some of his health issues. And so we have a GoFundMe page started up for him. He is looking at the next 6 weeks when he finally gets to come home. He's still in the hospital right now, but he's getting to come home probably this afternoon or tonight once he learns how to administer his own IV antibiotics and has nursing care in place. But if you guys can help support in any way by clicking on the GoFundMe, get a pattern off me on my website, anything you can do to help us would just be so greatly appreciated. It's so much needed right now. But basically, so that's where I've been for the last few months, and I really do apologize, but sometimes life throws these curves at you, and there's nothing you can do but keep swimming and keep going and praying and focusing on the positive till, your outcomes become positive. All right, enough about that, guys. So what I want to get into right now is just show you quickly what I have patterns for available on my website. I'm so excited. I finally got a few done. I hope you like the format that I'm using right now, which is pictures and typed out. I have converted I did my patterns in PowerPoint because it's really easy to set up very nice and neat looking margins and make the pattern look great. Then I converted them into PDFs, and they're available for purchase and immediate download on my website. So check it out. I've got this beautiful pear blossom earrings pattern up there for you guys if you're interested in those. They're gorgeous little spring earrings. Really love them. I have these two patterns up, which I called this set Pearls of Winter. My inspiration obviously came from like the Game of Thrones. And I consider this something that any of the ladies, Stark ladies of Winterfell would wear. And so I have this beautiful little easy to do pattern for the earrings. Right now, I'm pretty sure I still have this pattern for free. If you go to my website and click on the Contact Us page and sign up for my newsletter, which I'll throw some links to all of this in this video. And if you sign up for my newsletter, I'm going to be giving you guys a coupon code. I meant to do it at the first of the month, but like I said, I wasn't home. I was at Duke Hospital. We had like a moment's notice to... My son never left the hospital here. He was helicoptered to Duke. When we got down there, we were just kind of like, what do we do? But if you guys like these patterns here, just jump online and download them. I have this one, like I said, for this gorgeous little Easter one. And these really work up super quick. So you could download the pattern or take the Skillshare class, whichever you would like to do, but you would have these made in under an hour for earrings, or I give some ideas how to use this as a beaded bead, as a focal point, or a pendant, also in the class and on the pattern. So, this is one I just used with a post earring that had the little loop down here at the bottom of it. I really like how that came out. It's a really pretty little earring. And here's a one I did with just a regular fishhook wire earring. So that's what I've got going on, available now. I'm working on a pattern for this particular little pendant that I made. I actually had made this little pearl herringbone wheel earring. And then I was playing around with this 14mm Rivoli, and I came out with this beautiful little bezel for that. And then I figured out you could actually connect the two relatively easy, which is what I have done to create this gorgeous pendant. There's the back. And the pattern and class that I'm going to do probably for Skillshare for this one. And then my next big project I'm going to do on YouTube for a project is going to be something along the lines of this. Now this set of jewelry I created a while back. It has a ring and the earrings. And I put this jewelry up for sale on my website, but I've had plans of trying to get a video out for you guys to show you guys how to create this little component, which is my original design. And so I'm starting to work on it. They're really gorgeous. Look at, I used 8mm chatones in the center here, a few crescents, a couple of Tilas, and very few super doors. It takes very few beads to make this. It's really neat how beautiful it actually comes out and how sparkly and shiny the chatones are in there. And so I was playing around trying to pick a new color wave. Now, I did 2 yesterday. These are similar, but not exactly alike. You'll see on this one, I used some Crystal AB Super Duos and 15-0s. And here I used this was the metallic iris mix of crescents, the Super Duos both. So I used the same color Super Duos from that mix on this one. And then I didn't use the Crystal ABs. I used this really pale mauve-ish colored seed bead here, and to make the connector up here. And then I included a few of these beautiful light green Delica beads on this one. And here's the back. And there's the back. So that's something I'm getting ready to try to work up for you guys. It's 2 new videos. One for the earrings, obviously. One for the ring. And then I'm also going to be doing a bracelet with this component at some point as well. So just guys, stick with me. Give me time to catch my bearings after everything that we've gone through for the last little bit. It's just been really crazy, but I really do appreciate all my new subscribers. Thank you guys so much for, subscribing to my channel and sticking it out with me. I really appreciate it more than you guys could ever know. All right, so the next thing that's going to be published after this video is going to be just a quick little tubular herringbone, twisted tubular and herringbone refresher. And then we'll jump into working on this next. But in the meantime, so you guys can check out my Skillshare and my patterns and my jewelry and everything I have on the website. And that'll give you guys something to do in the meantime while I try to get caught up. So let's flip this up a little bit. I'm going to pause for just a minute and I'm going to get my face up here. Hi guys. So thanks for giving me a moment to get my face put into this camera. But hi. I know I look terrible. I've been trying to get caught up on my rest since I got back from Duke, but it's taken just a little while. Okay, so my next class I'm going to work up for back office basics on Skillshare is going to be centered around creating a jewelry pricing sheet of your own, how to set it up, how to add, categorize it and organize it so that you can have different sections for each type of jewelry, like section for earrings, section for rings, or however you decide to organize your own particular layout. But I thought I would do a class on that. And then I'm also going to do another class on how to organize your jewelry business, or even if it's just a hobby and you do it for yourself and friends. I'm still going to show you how to organize things on the computer so that you can find them really easily. Everything's in the same place. Probably go over, how to create a backup, either using some cloud space like OneDrive or Google Drive, and or using, a different portable drive or something to that effect. So you always have a backup of your work, just in case, because, God forbid, things happen. And in the computer world, things happen a lot. There's, companies have, hacks, breakdowns, things like that. But, and also, you can lose, if your computer goes, you would lose everything you had. So we'll talk about all that in my third class. All right, so that's what I wanted to say for now. I really apologize that I look like crap. Apologize that my house looks like crap. And, that I'm really, really working hard to get back to my schedule that I created for myself for the last couple of months. And, now that I think about that, that might make a good class too, is to do a quick back office class on planning and using a planner and organizing your schedules for whatever it is that's most important in your life. For me, that's like working on my website, working on my Skillshare classes, working on my YouTube, trying to find time to share this stuff all out to social media. And then, I'm really starting to try to incorporate some time for myself into all of this. I've really it's really hit home to us right now how important family is and spending time with your family, because you just never know when something terrible could happen. Try not to cry, guys. Please forgive me. All right. So, and then also coming in probably towards June, I'm going to do some classes on how to learn how to bead embroider. I want you guys to know that I'm trying my darndest to learn bead embroidery. And I've gotten the little, you know, like the little bezel part down looking really good and stuff like that. But when it comes to filling in, I'm having trouble learning exactly what I'm doing to make this stuff look great and right. But luckily, I figured out a way to get access to a whole bunch of high-dollar bead books for 10 bucks a month, and I'll be more than willing to share that information with you guys on the next video, or if you're interested, just let me know. But you know, we'll talk about all that later on. And I just wanted to say hi and thank you guys for being so patient and waiting around on me, and just to let you know how much I love and appreciate all the support that you give me. And please, if there is anything you can do to help my children, even though they're grown, you know, things come up in life. Like, for example, the first night that my son was in the emergency room in Hickory here, the bill came already. He's not even out of the hospital yet. And the bill for one day at that emergency room, with everything that had to be done, was over $65,000. And he doesn't have insurance. So, you know, they had made a huge adjustment on that of like 40-something thousand, but it still leaves him owing $16,000 for one day of this almost 2 weeks now situation. And that's not even counting the 6 weeks he'll have to be on nursing care and IV treatments at home. So anything you guys can do to help out, I mean, I would super appreciate it. And I'm going to get off here now because I'm rambling. But it's great to see you all. And thanks for being here for me. Have a great day.